Hey, Grim. Figured you'd be asleep by now. Danny, YouTube gave me the option to delete your comment. No, not yet. When are you going to go to sleep, bud? Am I being heard fine? YouTube is not dumb. No, I'm about sick and tired of you, Danny. You have a what? Is that pronounced kaiju? What'd that be? Interesting. Perhaps I'll have to check it out. Shut up, Danny. I'm already sick and tired of you. It's enough to make you shut up. Dead fish. Still in manga form. Yes, game, I know how to move. Danny, doesn't this seem inviting? What is fantastic inviting atmosphere, am I right? Yeah, Danny. You Dumbo. Grab. Grab. Cookies for tea? You mean your burnt ass cookies? Cthulhu, stop whispering sweet nothings in my ear.
What a putrid offering.
You know, like something that kills killer whales. Don't hang out on me.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Why don't you choose someone else? Choose Danny and her burnt cookies. Ah, flashbang.
Everything has already been written. change your destiny.
The man took it like a champ. Hey bucko, why don't you hop off the gooch?
I hate whiskey.
I love whiskey. Excuse me, he can do what? It's a beam attack. Oh, that's cool. Danny, you said he can whisper sweet nothings to you instead? Always knew you're a fucking weirdo.
Married
Grab.
woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
El husband.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Does to check top-notch cases, my
The
ass.
good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Surprise, surprise. Blackmail's everywhere.
Natural
Like how I
sciences,
blackmailed Danny.
linguistics,
Burnt
archaeology.
ass cookies. Music's a bop.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Yes, I know. Danny, you see that guy on the left? You see him? See him? Cthulhu is a really interesting character. Cthulhu is also very scary.
I wonder why I still take these things.
To sleep, of course. It's the only reason. Hey, yo, I didn't know y'all hear that song.
I have business here to attend to.
I think I have to turn it off, don't I? Yeah. Can I turn it back on though? No? That's lame.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Like my personal info. Medicine. I love talking to people. Spot hidden. That's good enough for me. Hey, yo, what are you talking about, Danny? Someone needs to put you on a lock and chain. Oh. All done from my channel. I haven't seen stuff from your channel for a while. Need to look at it.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress in
Yeah,
our
Danny, what the fuck,
contract
you fucking weirdo.
And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
No comment. I see the comment.
There's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
What a handsome guy.
I'm coming.
Sipping your tea and your burnt ass cookies, obviously.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Hey, if you don't like my place, leave, bucko.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
You tell him.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
Well, you look
Sarah,
old and you look
my
like a
little
fool.
girl.
So,
She is dead. Even you
Hell.
must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
I might have to look at that. Look at that.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family.
I hope you aren't expecting
Rather
me to
thin.
read. Me not like reading. You know, for me, it looks like the lady was crazy. Like Danny. I'm not reading. I'll read some things.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these
Engaging.
elements?
Ugh, how dare you.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Danny, how you gonna come into my chat and how dare me? Just how dare you? Yeah, she definitely had a fragile
You must tell me
mental system,
if what
like
the police
Danny
suggest
does.
about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My
pretty
daughter was
crazy.
an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Danny's burnt cookies had something to do with this case.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
That's all the info I
I'm
need.
beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors
Tea
about
is
her
sour.
supposed folly.
Which
Then you
don't
probably got
totally
some sour
deny.
tea too.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's
This is
queer,
Rebecca.
but it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I used to be an avid reader.
Where's the book at?
Darkwater
Right
is off the
here.
coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
I don't even think Danny's here right now.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Yeah, sure, you had a phone call, sure.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston.
Well,
But I've never
here's
heard of
your
it. According to this
reading.
book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century, since it's still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. But do not let the romanticism of these moving evidences, such as naive and primitive beliefs, fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. Sure you had a phone call. I think you just hate me. You just hate me. Now where were I before I was rudely interrupted by Danny? A gigantic creature still ordinates the walls of long abandoned caves. Is that like the creature on the right? Because that looked like fish. That looked like fish. Danny, do it look like fish? Oh, I don't need your fucking opinion. It looked like fish. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and I have no fucking idea how to say that bullshit word. Story of their small island off the coast of Massachusetts. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The right one does look like a fish. But once again, I don't need your opinion anymore because I don't like you. There's one last thing. It's an interesting story for you. Till you meet Cthulhu's grandfather. Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. She'd have to be pretty fucked up to do that. Well, she's talking to Cthulhu, basically. This is the only clue she left Her father disturbing painting. Who leaves their father just a disturbing painting as their like ass thing? On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be part of starting point for Pierce's investigation. Glad to see you as well. It's been a while since we've spoken. And Danny's just here to be rude, mean, insensitive, all the normal Danny stuff. Let's enter the madness, shall we? Normal Danny. Yeah, just normal Danny stuff. Danny's an asshole. Whatever she says in defense, don't listen to it. I'm not a liar. I'm a streamer.
We're almost there.
Yeah, where is Captain Jack Sparrow when you need him? Probably drunk. I keep taking off my fucking headset. Call of Cthulhu. Cilia. Or Scylla. No, Cilia.
Stay on board.
Danny does have an ego.
There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce. Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
It's bully Danny Day every day.
So, what wind brought you?
The one that's
Does the
blowing.
Hawkins case mean anything to you? A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man. And his wife, Sarah Hawkins. A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may
That's
not be very
too
welcome.
sad,
It's a
Danny.
surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you. Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
We don't forgive you either, Danny. Stranded whale. Can I talk to this guy? No. He's just a weirdo. Big ass fucking nose on that guy. Jesus Christ.
Let the police
What in
Can't
the
you go any
fuck did
faster?
this?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the...
What could have done so much?
Don't put...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
We're getting in.
Sign. There's
We're
something
gonna
coming.
break in.
Something
Could
real
go into the
bad.
beached whale.
Don't put that beast back
I'm gonna go into the beached whale. Or the stranded whale, not beached whale.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I ought to whoop your ass. Beat his ass. Beat that bald fucker's ass.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Is it speaking ill if it's true?
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I won't trust the truth before the bottle of whiskey.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
It's gotten too quiet. You don't like it? I don't know where Danny is. Danny's hiding.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Danny, I don't believe you.
That'll be all for now.
Still ought to whoop his ass. He looks malnourished.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Maybe the warehouse is haunted. He has weird tattoos on him and giant scars.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
I'll read that later. Definitely wasn't a whale that I got.
What you looking at, stranger?
He knows.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
Dumb whore. Danny. You're weird. Why is it always the rude ones?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Baker. Always free for the lady. Interesting, so she's Miss Baker. Danny's a fucking weirdo. Any woman with short hair, Danny's attracted to.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Hey, Buckos.
There's something coming.
Good job.
Something
Good job.
real
Move
bad.
it. Boom. I still have to talk to Captain. Don't hate on me.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
We saw that.
This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while.
You don't say.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Seems like I need more than rust remover. The turtle is... Whoa. Don't want us upstairs there. Songs of Medicine.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
He has one leg. Here's
What a
one
macabre
leg.
souvenir.
Why do I call you out like that? Because you're a weirdo, that's why. Just because they have short hair doesn't mean they're good people. Most of the time it just means they're assholes. Like her, she's an asshole.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Interesting.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date as the document's blacked out. Who'd want this information to be hidden? I'm gonna blame Danny. Danny has something to do with it.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
In terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. They need to answer this message. Just take your payment. Just make your payment to the carrier. That's probably also the lady that's an asshole. Short hair usually does look better on women. Long hair usually looks better on guys. I've said what I said.
From here, I see
Unless they look like
everything
him.
that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Danny killed it.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Interesting.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Roger, roger, old man. Got 2 skill point things. Oh, I can't get one of those. Interesting. Or y'all can hear me out. Long hair is just superior. Because I have long hair all the time. Gets too hot, I put it up. Dark water. Deceased. Ship owner. 41. 33. 11. And they moved the whale. And those fuckers moved.
Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat...
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not...
What could have done so...
That's no way to treat an omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
I'm wait to do that.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers.
desecrated?
I can't even say which language it's written in.
Definitely not a known language, I'll tell you that. Long hair is superior. Not in General, my long hair superior. That's what it is. My long hair superior. And sucks to have thick and unmanageable hair. My hair's long and manageable. Sucks to suck, Danny. Short hair looks better on the women. I've said what I've said. What are these two oafs doing?
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right.
We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
If only they would kill each other. God damn.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Danny defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I don't know about me being a normal human to defeat Cthulhu, but you have a good one, bud. Swell dreams. Shut up, Danny.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Well, I have self-doubt. Well, this is obvious.
If it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded? Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot.
And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Tip my hat to you too, bud. Have a swell night. Damn, Lighthouse bright as hell. These two buffoons.
No idea. You better keep it shut.
What's
Shut
with
up.
you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. You'll stink less.
Fucking noses.
Cat,
She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes. She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not. Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile. But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Interesting.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I'm not gonna leave their noses alone. They're as big as shark fins.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you.
Oh, whoop your ass too.
Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you, gentlemen, farewell.
Smell you later, stinkies.
Well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Interesting duo. Ooh.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
Booze.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
I'll be back.
Take your time. We're going nowhere.
You don't say. I wonder why. You can barely walk as it is.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
The investigator, you foolish fool.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
I think we're gonna go poking around up there. What do you think, Danny?
Damn stupid idiots.
You again.
Of course I'm gonna do it.
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
I'll whoop your ass.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my pile. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. They saved dock water from famine.
that it wasn't a whale.
You seem to know Charles Hawkins well. How about his wife, Sarah Hawkins?
Well, she was a local somebody. We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. And I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to...
Oh, come on.
Drinking it here, anything else?
I'll whoop his ass.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of...
Drinking it here, anything else?
I ought to beat the dog shit out of this man.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch. You shouldn't talk about the dead like that. We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk. There! You're speaking ill, you see!
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Interesting.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again. But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson. You return right after. Not Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. I told you to beat it.
Okay, cat. I'll whoop her ass.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
A handle. It must come from these old winches. It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Looks smelly under that grate.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Need another cog.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Is this area completed?
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Damn.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Bitch. Yeah, that's just plain dirty.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Ugh. I'm getting careless.
You should have just socked her in the face.
If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Punch her in the liver, sock her in the face. There's no one alive that can survive, or not survive, but stand a few liver punches. For you.
You again.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Let's say I want to buy...
Let's say I don't... Oh, drinking anything up?
That'll be all for now.
You again.
That'll be all for
sense.
Don't put that beast back in the water.
What's with you wandering?
We saw you. Go die of thirst.
I've got to get inside.
Oh, yeah?
She sent me to see who's filching her star.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
So, have you got what we...
Liquor?
Exactly.
I'll try to find some for you.
But 5 minutes, there's not gonna sell it to me yet.
Something real bad.
You again.
Let's say...
Oh, drinking anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Yeah, the first person I met. You dumb whore.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
I don't give a damn.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Your small-time hoodlum number is starting to tire me.
My number? I thought I'd made myself clear. But we can go through it again if you didn't understand.
You took me by surprise. It won't happen again.
Oh, so amusing. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me.
No.
And I
won't.
guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Real life, I'd have just gutted you.
I don't think I'm ready to pay the price.
As you wish. Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new... I owe you.
Yeah.
Huh. You didn't... So tell me.
I'm fascinated.
Huh. You certainly don't lack style. You reek of private eye.
The Hawkins family.
Now why do... If you want to...
I need to get into the Hawkins.
You're out of...
It's precise.
Are you pulling...
You're
My number? I thought I...
You took me...
Oh, to be honest, but I'll go...
Sounds honest.
I'm not. If I do that, you'll be in... And I guarantee... Think about it.
Do I have it?
Oh. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up.
Of course I don't trust her. In real life, I would have just gutted her.
In front of his sailors. They revere their brave...
Socked her in the liver and socked her in the mouth.
But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police?
Keep moving,
to stop
bitch.
you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Or from that
Cops,
big-headed
they
black.
can't understand.
I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
Once again, I still don't trust her. Doesn't mean I won't gut her. Oh, now they moved. Thing 1 and thing 2. Fucking bozos. Damn. You telling me I have to wait? Come on, slowpoke. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
I could have done that, you dumb whore. Don't you have some corner dick to suck or something?
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Oh, flashbang.
These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. It smells as bad as it looks.
Looks like Danny.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Get that pee corner. Oh, God.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Someone I knew personally.
What happened here?
Interesting. Punching glass will not draw that much blood from you. What am I supposed to be looking at? Rascal, you're so loud. Why are fish heads just hung up like that?
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there?
No, there's no one in here.
Don't move!
What are you gonna do about it?
Again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
No. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene?
You leave him alone, okay?
I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course.
He's the one Cat cut up. If you can see his left cheek.
I'd like to understand how this painting.
What's the thudding? That is Rascal scratching himself because he's a doofus.
Andrews.
You're not doing it now. You're just laying down.
Open your eyes, damn it! This guy went right under your nose. God damn it! Her again.
The corner store whore.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker.
Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far?
Help him with the itchies? I don't want to help him with the itchies.
Look behind
He's
you,
fine with him
at
with
the top of the
itchies. He's
ridge.
doing fine.
You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Oh, you don't say. I'm not mean. Him's smelly. Asshole, you're barely even hitting yourself with your foot. You're just being that lazy. Hims does not need help. Hims is fine. Hims is just a buffoon. An oaf. Hims does deserve a lot of things, but Hims too smelly. If I even touch him, my hand will smell like him. Except for got such big noses. Then bathe him?
Well, here we are. Hawkins
Not
mansion.
anytime soon. Hims is a big old buffoon.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Hims will get it eventually.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like his son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see.
Danny.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
I have nothing to say to you.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Looks like there's a tree blocking the path.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives.
I'd say that's where he lives. Don't know where else he'd live.
(1693). This house is much older than it seems.
What you doing up here, Brett? Oh.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
That looks vandalized.
Poor kid.
Yeah, I forgot the kid did die.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? Steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Yeah, looks very boarded. Only fucking 3 people are living here? Big ass place for 3
This
people.
entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir.
Hey, you watch it, bucko.
Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then, just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this match.
Won't be a mistake. Living in that's a mistake.
This gate is locked.
They don't say. What does he have two woodcutting axes for?
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Solitude is nice. Bottle of whiskey's also nice. So you put the two together, it tends for a nice time. That's what I need. I need some whiskey. Some good old wild turkey will do. Some Jameson? Some good old wild turkey. No, not Jack either. Good old wild turkey.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Crown's good, Jack's good. I know Jack Honey's really good. Jack Honey tastes like ice cream to me. Crown Royal is pretty good too.
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Donnie, how'd you feel, or Danny, how'd you feel if I just left you on a cliffhanger right now, huh? Don't wow me. You know, right for a big part entering the mansion. The disrespect is calling me Donnie. You both your names start with a D, alright? Double D's. Double D's are nice. But anyway. Fuck, what was I saying? Yeah. I'm debating on stopping right here. How do you feel about the story so far? You like it? Have you read the book Call of Cthulhu? Love that book. This game has multiple endings. Different things have different outcomes. It is a horror game. It is a horror game. It's not there yet. I think the horror aspect picks up in the mansion. So, I'll stream it tomorrow night as well. Do you agree to that? Or are you just gonna miss out and ignore it? You're gonna miss out and ignore it? Wow. Well, that's the end. Till I stream again.